Welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. A big thank you for the support you're granting this platform. If you're watching this video, kindly make sure you click the subscribe button and remember to turn on your notification bell. If you want to support this channel beyond the normal subscription, there's a button indicated join. Click that button and follow the procedures, and in that, you shall have supported Kakasungura. Justin Muturi is among the United Alternative Government principles. He has a message to the people of the Republic of Kenya and the government. Today, he held a press conference castigating the leadership of Dr. William Samoei Ruto and the skewed judicial system. I have come to realize that in Kenya, it is better you do an out-of-court settlement than going to court. I am sorry to say that, but that is my personal opinion, and the Constitution covers me because it's freedom of speech. I have made a decision, Kakasungura, that in case there shall be a court case, it is better we do it out of court because our courts sometimes behave like they are compromised. Can we listen to Justin Muturi?
I'm Ben Gisore, the SG of Kenya National Congress. Now, the Secretariat, the former CEO has left, but we have someone who was in the system who's acting so close to elections. The political parties are calling that IBC needs to advertise and involve the key stakeholders. Elections are for political parties and the general public, so that we can have a CEO who is trustworthy, who is not acting, a CEO who is working for the people, not some kind of internal promotions and buddy kind of appointments. Let it be an advertisement, open, scrutinized, and let them involve political parties, because political parties have dealt with these people. They know who is a crook, they know who is genuine, but if we do it a boardroom thing, then that trust deficit will even go lower.
For an urgent multi-stakeholder conference involving all these 96 political parties, the Law Society of Kenya, religious sector, civil society in Kenya, so that we discuss about the 2027 general elections, because IBC seems to be keeping whatever they are doing very close to themselves. And the elections, the Constitution says they must be transparent, open and transparent and accountable, verifiable. You cannot be doing that or preparing to do that when you are doing it in secret. And that's why you've had a lot of issues raised by members. Some of them, of course, involved the voters register itself. You've had issues. I personally raised an issue not too long ago about one of my drivers who went to vote and found that he had been transferred. He has never moved out of the village. So IBC must ensure that whatever it is doing, and more particularly the integration of the data on the voters' roll with that which is held at the National Population Registration Service, is not compromised, because we think therein lies a problem. And that's why we are saying, I personally hold the view that a voter's card is the one document that is issued by the IEBC, is the one that identifies a registered voter to a particular polling station, and not the ID. So we are saying, because we know the issue of technology. For instance, we raised issues about the Smartmatic. Smartmatic has been flagged off all over the world as being a company that has been involved in mismanagement of elections in the Philippines, in the US, in several other parts of the world. Yeah. So we are told IBC that such companies must not be, including even Lycos, the Greek firm that recently you read that they never even paid taxes when they were given a job to print exams by the Kenya National Examinations Council. That is the company that printed our ballots. Even now, they are the ones who are printed, the ones being used in the current ongoing by-elections. We are saying, please, if people are not even, they are being flagged for not paying taxes in Kenya, how do you give them jobs in Kenya paid by Kenyan taxpayers? They can't pay Kenyan taxes. This kind of companies must, we're telling IBC, please begin a proper procurement process, transparent. We do not want people to be told this happened, this, the other thing happened. You've had some members raise issues. How are we going to know about the polling stations? I, alongside other people, have actually gone to court to try and compel the IEBC to ensure that they gazette all the 55,000+ polling stations 6 months before the election date, so that Kenyans can go and verify that the gazetted polling stations are indeed existent and are not ghosts. Because as you know, this administration is very good with the ghosts. You've seen ghost schools, ghost students receiving capitation, schools receiving capitation, students, ghost students receiving money running into millions. And of course, I'm not making this. Recently at the education conference in Naivasha, none other than the second as the president admitted that so much money had been raised through payment to ghost students, ghost schools. But of course, even as he said so, nobody has been arrested to date. Of course, we don't expect anything will be done in this administration. That's why we are saying, gazette the polling stations 6 months before the election date, so that Kenyans will know that if Chaka Hotel is a polling station, it is here, and it's not somewhere in some bush. Kenyans could very easily find themselves on their own, because whenever the executive or the legislature acts in excess of established norms, the constitution and other laws of the land, Kenyans always know that they can always have recourse to the judiciary. When you have a judiciary that will come and admit that yes, this has happened, yes, this is wrong, this is against the constitution, and then shy away from making a determination as to what a violation of a constitutional provision means, then we are on our own. And I just want to caution the judiciary, because I've been seeing it. How many Kenyans have been shot, killed in blatant, in brazen, in broad daylight by the police? And people can see, but no action is being taken. When the matters are taken to the judiciary, nothing seems to happen. I want to caution the judiciary. Please, be careful. You are our last line of defense as Kenyans. If you begin to be compromised, don't be surprised if the citizen then decides to take the law in his hands, and you may have nowhere to run to yourselves in the judiciary. So judiciary is, for me, I just need to issue a caution. Be careful. Just do what you are supposed to do. Administer justice without fear or favor.